So if you just are lost and you need some type of inspiration on how to get your meal plan started, today we are answering that also important question: what's for dinner? So somewhere between like the stretch of Christmas and New Year's, I went on Instagram stories and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna block off an hour and I'm gonna take my little handy meal plan sheets and I'm gonna try to see how many weeks of meals I can plan in advance. So I did. I was able to get through 4 weeks, and so I shared, once I was done, I shared it on Instagram stories. I had no idea like people were so interested in meal planning. So I had people tagging me in their stories just saying thanking me for inspiring them to sit down and meal plan. Or they were asking me, how do you meal plan? Or they were saying, I can't meal plan because I don't, I will put something down and then I don't want to eat that when the day comes. So I thought I'd just get on here really quick and do a quick video about my meal plan process. Let me say this. I know it's some for real meal planning experts on YouTube. I am not one of them. But this is just a real basic look at what I think about when I start to create our meal plans. I will say, I did my meal plan for a month, and for the past 2 weeks, it has been glorious not to have to worry about what we're eating. I post it on the refrigerator. Nobody has to ask me what's for dinner because I've already notified them that what's for dinner is on the refrigerator. So the very first thing I think about when I start to create our meal plans is I look at our schedule. Create meals that make sense for your life. Mondays are hectic. What I'm not going to do is say we frying chicken on Monday, because it's not going to happen. So I already know it needs to be a sheet meal, a pizza, or something really easy and simple. So meal planning doesn't have to be difficult. It's not like, oh, every day of the week you're eating some gourmet meal. It just simply means that the frozen pizza is in the freezer ahead of time so that you don't have to stop and get that on your way home from work or on your way home from soccer practice. I say this. I know it's real hard on the internet not to be influenced by what other people are doing. I don't care if she's making lasagna on Wednesday. Lasagna is not your thing. Please don't put lasagna on your meal plan, because you're not setting yourself up for success, because then at that point you're like, oh, we're supposed to have lasagna tonight. I don't feel like it. So really take a good close look at your schedule, what your tolerance is certain days of the week, and then plan your meals accordingly. Another thing I consider is budget. We're trying to save money. You're trying to stack that cheese. And I'm going to tell you, between the week before Christmas and probably like the week after Christmas, I think we spent almost $200 eating out. Like, bruh, like I could have bought myself something with that money and we gave it to Chick-fil-A and whoever else we were eating. Okay, so you have to save wherever you can. And we all know the food bill can get kind of high. So like what I'm going to start doing is, we have a store here called Publix, and every week they put out a new circular and they have new items that are BOGO. If they got, squash on sale, then guess what? We have a squash. Really take a look at that when you're like building out your grocery list, because it's so easy to save money now on food. I mean, you got digital coupons. Back in the day, used to be like, you had to clip and cut coupons. You don't have to do that no more. So I encourage you, you could be balling, but if you trying to ball on a budget, try to put items on your meal plan that are on sale at your local grocery store. Meal planning doesn't have to be this like big hoopla. Like, it doesn't have to be difficult. So you think about it, right? So if you do, let's say you did not all at one time, right? But if you did 2 months worth of meals, right? You ate out once a week, so that would give you on average 6 meals a week. If you did 2 months, that would give you about 48 meals. sis, just mix and match for the rest of the months on. Just take one from this sheet, take one from that sheet, and create your new menus. You don't really necessarily have to recreate the wheel. So it's kind of like if you can get 2 months done, it essentially can carry you through the rest of the year. You can add a new recipe here and there if you come across something you want to try. But it's like, just sit down, do the first month, do the first 6 weeks, do the first 8 weeks. I've seen people do a whole year at one time. But do whatever you can do and whatever works for you. I'm not trying to think of things that I can actually prep ahead of time. So maybe on Sunday I can chop up all of the vegetables for fajitas. Of course, I don't want the vegetables sitting there until Thursday. But if I know that I can cut these things up, put them in the freezer or whatever. And though, because if you're like me, you're busy. You're always moving. You're always coming and going. So just stealing an extra hour would allow you to read a book or magazine or do something that you enjoy, then by all means take out the time, to do that. So generally my process is that I will sit down. I love to cook, right? I like recipes. I like to try new meals. I'm one of those people, I cannot eat the same thing over and over again. So I take out my little sheets from the Happy Planner. And I love these because it says weekly meal plan. It has the dates, but then on the back they have a grocery list. So as I write down what we're eating, I'll just fill out the grocery list on the back. And since I'm trying to reclaim my time, I will go on ClickList, pull this up, ClickList by Kroger, put my groceries in, pay for them, schedule my pickup time, pull up, they put my groceries in the car. We're done. I think ClickList is the best thing ever. I just really got onto it probably a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't tried it and you have a Kroger or something in your area, I encourage you to get some of your time back, sis, and use the ClickList. So also kind of thinking about places where you can find recipes. I actually source a lot of my recipes. I like cookbooks, so I have cookbooks, but Pinterest is a great resource for just finding those recipes. I mean, they have 30-minute meals, 20-minute meals, one pan meals, sheet pan meals. I will leave the link to my Pinterest page in the description box. I have a board with hundreds of recipes, desserts, whatever you name it on this board. So that's it. Like to me, it's not really complicated. It's just a matter of actually sitting down and doing the meal plan. So that's all I got. Like I said, I ain't no guru. You can go up in the YouTube search box. I'm sure you can find somebody that has way better tips than I do, but I think this is a good starting point to kind of get you thinking about the importance of meal planning and why you would want to at least try to do it and how it can save you time. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you. And also, if you want to click that little bell down there so that you're alerted every time that I upload a new video, that would be great too. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.